Go ahead, do us a favor. I said, go ahead, do us a favor. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and hit the subscribe button. I'm kind of talking low because, I don't want to, But yeah, y'all know what I figured out? Like, it's been a minute. I haven't really been posting videos as on a regular, but I'm gonna start back doing it. And I realized that it's really, I'm gonna tell you like this. Everybody exists by themselves. I'm gonna go ahead and say it like this. I'm gonna title this video, "You are the only thing that exists." And everything that your life centers around is all about reward and repercussions. And you live based off of a day-to-day decision that you make. Your day-to-day is nothing but a decision. And every decision that you make, you will be rewarded from that decision, or you will face some type of negative repercussion from that decision. So it's all about reward and repercussion. Now let's delve into that. Everybody, I know we talk about the human prison bar realm and everything. All of that stuff is true. But everybody is just living for themselves. And that's why I say you are the only thing that exists. Because when you think about it, you living to fulfill your desires. You're not living to fulfill somebody else's desires. So you living for yourself, thus you are the only thing that exists. Think about it. And as I thought deeper about it, I compared it to a dream. Like inside of a dream, you are the only reality of that dream. Everything that you see in your dream, it's not real. You the one that woke up and ended the dream. The people in the dream, they didn't wake up and end the dream. Because you was the only thing that existed in the dream. Now follow me now. Some of you are already starting to get lost. Okay? You got to follow me. So in this very life, just like the dream, you woke up to what all of this is about. You follow the channel. You know it's the human prison bar realm. You woke up. Everybody else in the dream, in this human prison bar realm, they didn't wake up. Because it's not about them waking up that ends the dream. You who woke up to the reality of the human prison bar realm, you ended the dream. Okay? Now let's talk about, what do you mean, left side of the brain, that when I woke up, I ended the dream? Okay. Everything that this life is about, what they tell you it's about. Graduate from school, go to college, find your wife, have kids, raise your children, send them off to school, retire from your job, and live happily ever after. But see, you woke up from that. You realized that to get all of that, it's a soul sacrifice. They didn't tell you that when you was a kid. But now when you grew up, you realize that the sacrifice is all of this time and energy I put on a job. That's sacrificing my freedom to obtain this dream. And then you came to this reality that, like I teach on this channel, to be a part of this dream, I have to be like them. I gotta be dead. I gotta be a zombie, or I'm not gonna be accepted. Then the more you live, you started realizing that. All right, we back. I'm in another store. What was the last thing I was talking about? Where were we at? Okay, I remember now. You woke up from the dream and you realized that you woke up from the dream and you realized that you had to die. You had to die to be a part of it. So you had to sacrifice the real you to be a part of it. And then you woke up to the reality of all of the ramifications of what it meant to obtain this dream. And you woke up from it and you said to yourself, this is not a dream, this is a nightmare. And you were screaming. And you realized that I'm the only thing that exists. I used to think I was a part of this, but now I realize that I wasn't. And all of this while, I was just being manipulated. Remember, violence and manipulation is what the whole HPB realm is about, okay? And you realize that you were just being manipulated. And you woke up from the dream, realizing that no one else understood you except you. That's another thing that plays into the title of this video. When I say that you are the only thing that exists, when you realize that only you understand you, and when you wake up to the reality of the world that's around you, those are other key components that prove what I'm saying, that you are the only thing that exists. Okay, now let's get into this risk and let's get into this risk and reward thing, okay? So now let's get to the next level of it, right? This risk and repercussion thing, okay? So now you realize that you're the only one that exists. You're the only one that understands you. And you're the only one that understands the reality that exists around you, i.e. the HPB realm, okay? So now, let's talk about risk and repercussion and the decision, okay? The decision, once you realize that you are the only thing that exists, now you start to see the world as, if I do A, B is the result. If I don't do A, B is the result. Now you got two results. A positive one that you will benefit from, and a negative result that you won't enjoy, okay? So it's like, you know how they say you can use fire to either burn something or to warm a house? You'll be in that situation. So everybody that you meet, you realize that you're the only thing that exists. So every person will be, it'll boil down to this. If I speak to this person, is the interaction going to benefit me or is it going to burn me? That's how it is with every HPB. The interaction you have with them is either going to benefit you or burn you. You feel what I'm saying? So you get to that point in your life and you start understanding that people are like knobs on a radio. It's like it's either the volume is up too high or it's down too low. So you start picking and choosing associates and friends to adjust like a volume knob to your lifestyle for your well-being, not for them. Because at this point, you understand you're the only thing that exists and everybody else around you is just a part of the environment. Okay? Now, I tell myself this when I'm doing my like Tai Chi and yoga. Like if I'm in a balanced move, let's say if I got one leg up and if I tip over, I don't feel ashamed by holding to the desk or something to keep my balance, because I realize that everything around me is to help me keep balance. So if I fall, let me show you an example. Let's say I'm balancing like this and I tip over. If I grab something like that to prevent me from falling, that's what I'm supposed to do. It exists for the use of me, for my purpose. Okay? And if it was useful to help me keep balance, that's what it was for. I don't see it as a failure. I see it as this desk that I held to keep me from falling. It helped keep me in balance. So I don't see it as, a bad thing. I couldn't even hold myself up without holding on to something. That's something that I held on to. Number one, it's an inanimate object. I gave it purpose because it's an extension of my surrounding environment. So you got to look at these people as the same way. So that's where you get into that decision ground, and how every decision is a reward or a positive or negative repercussion. You're just existing at this point. You woke up from the dream and you realize I'm the only thing that exists. Because if it's outside of reality, it doesn't exist. What I mean by that is anything that is outside of the scope of telling you what it's all about, far as the human prison ball realm, then it's not reality. Reality is what I'm telling you right now, because it's within the scope of the human prison ball realm. Okay? People that are around you from day to day who don't have a clue of what I would be saying, they are not a part of your reality. They are the inanimate objects that help keep you balanced. Like in the example about me holding a certain yoga position and then I fall over and I grab a chair or something to keep my balance. It's okay. That thing exists within me, but it's not me. But yet, in my reality of understanding that it's not me and it's just a tool to be used, I grab hold to it and I don't feel no guilt about it. So you got to use these people the same way. They just objects in space at this point. That's what human prison bars are. They objects in space, and you got to navigate through them just like any other inanimate object on an obstacle course. You got to know when to brake, When you're talking to people, say certain things, don't say certain things. It's just like being on an obstacle course, driving a little go-kart. Case in point, you might be out on a date with a girl. They do it. Females do it. They'll say, slow down, Bobby. You're going too fast. You're moving too fast. You see? A HPB just told you you're moving too fast. Hence, you're driving too fast on this go-kart course. Slow down, Bobby. That's what she just told you. She didn't even realize what she said, but I realized it because I know that a lot of the stuff people say, it's encoded. And sometimes they don't even realize what they're saying, but I'm able to draw conclusions from what they are saying and apply it to the HPB realm. Okay? Or we might say, this girl she's too fast. You ever heard somebody say that? Like a girl that's, what's the word? What's the word when a female is very sexual? Yeah, they might say she's too fast. So it's the same way. What I'm saying is you got to look at this like an obstacle course. Hey, how you doing? And you got to just use those key words to, you got to look at it like an obstacle course and know when to brake, know when to slow down, know when to speed up, because these are just objects in space that you got to learn how to navigate through. Okay? I'll be back. Hold on. All right, y'all, I'm done shopping. I'm back in my vehicle now. Yeah, let's wrap this thing on up, Jax. Let's wrap this thing on up, you know. Yeah, that's what it's about. You realize that you are the only one that exists. And then you begin to realize that your decision will guarantee you two things, either reward or some type of repercussion, whether that repercussion be negative or positive. But you are the only one that exists playing this game. I'm gonna end it with that. You know how you sitting in front of a video game and you might be playing the game and there's certain little things that can benefit you in the game. Let's use Mario Brothers, because everybody knows about that. You can gain points and you can get the power mushroom and all of that. The power mushroom, it really doesn't exist. But the one that's playing the game can benefit from it. You're the only one on this game board amongst a world of HPB game characters, if you understand what I'm saying. You are the only one. Once you wake up to the reality that this game does not benefit you in the end. See, the purpose of the game is to play the game just enough, but not letting the game play you. I know y'all like that, right? You play the game, but you don't let the game play you. And I'm going to end it with that. That's what it's like in this HPB. That's what it boils down to in this HPB realm. Play the game, but don't let the game play you. And the game is playing you when you haven't woke up. So all of these people that's around you from day to day on your job and everything, let these videos come back to your mind. I know I've been away from a minute. I know I've been away for a minute. But every time I come back with that fire. And y'all know this stuff is true. See, I go to work. I work for myself. But when I'm working, I keep that stuff in my mind. I'll be like, I'm just doing this to play the game so I don't have to beg nobody to live with them, and I can have my own roof over my head. Any customer that I'm dealing with or anything like that, I understand they just objects in space, like I talked about. And I know my true family is the United Souls. So I come back to these videos, and this is when I'm really in reality. This is my escape into reality. All of that other stuff, that's just the game. Okay? You already know these people are not on your level, but that don't mean you got to treat them bad or anything. Just talk to them and keep these videos in mind. You know? And I plan to get back on it, y'all. I'm about to get back, more consistent. Not because I'm doing it for anybody, because I want to. I want to stay consistent. Because when I wasn't uploading, it's boring, people. It's boring. It's boring out there in that world, man. It's boring. It's nothing to do. You never learn anything new. The same old people, same old punching the clock, same old stopping to get gas, same old going through the drive-through. It's the same old, man. That's another thing about the HPB realm. It's tired and old. The same old. Like, this is the only time I can really have real conversations, when I do these videos on this channel. And this is the only time you're going to get real conversation, is when you come to the left side of the brain channel. I know they got a war going on right now between Israel and the Palestinians and all of this other stuff that's in the news. But what nobody talks about is the secret wars. Why don't they ever put this on Fox or MSNBC or NBC News? Let's talk about the secret wars, us versus them. How we go through terror every day. We are wounded, but they haven't killed us. We still alive because they need us to survive. I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt. They need us to survive. Yeah, I'm gonna get back on them t-shirt sales and everything. I still got the logo designs and stuff. Let's get back on it, man, because, well, I'm talking to myself now. I got to get back on it. I'm going to start back uploading consistently, But y'all got to understand, too, I just want to say this, too. I'm a human being at the end of the day. I got bills. And some of you, commented and said, we understand, left side. Don't stress yourself. We got you. We know. Yeah, I live a real life. I got to pay bills. I got to work. I got to navigate through HPBs. Everything that I'm telling you about, I go through it myself, okay? So this is a war that I'm in, and sometimes I just got to report live from the battlefield and put y'all up on game. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got to come up with an acronym for GAME, G-A-M-E. That'll look nice on the shirt. G. Let's do this, because since we haven't did it for a while, we're going to have a contest in the chat, and we about to bring some new terminology into our vocabulary book. Who can come up with an acronym for GAME? G.A.M.E. GAME. I got to put you up on game. So let's see who can come up with the best acronym for GAME, and then I'll start quoting it in the videos, and it's useful information, and it'll be something fun to do, and I'm gonna put it on a t-shirt. Yeah, GAME. I like that. G-A-M-E on the front of a shirt. That'll be dope. GAME. Yeah, but I'm gonna end it with that. And with that, this is Left Side of the Brain signing out. Like, share, and subscribe. Oh, you probably been noticing, like, I didn't have an intro on the last video because I got a new iPhone, and I haven't downloaded my editing to this phone yet. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just upload it raw. So we'll see if I put an intro on this or not. I might not. Doesn't matter really, but I like to have a little intro and the music and all of that. But anyway, tell me what y'all think. about that game thing. Let me hear you. Let me hear your acronyms that you come up with. And with that, like, share, and subscribe. And what else? What else? What else? What else? HPB's down, Jaguars up. And this is Left Side of the Brain signing out.